Hey guys, okay, so today I'm going to be working in this traveler's notebook that I have started for just kind of random little currently lists and things I'm currently loving, and it'll be fun to just kind of go through it at a later time and just kind of see what I was into and stuff like that. So I have shown this before. I do have another process video where I did this cover page here. So if you want to check that out, just check back in my channel. But for the month of September, I decided I'm going to be doing 30 days of lists. And I'm going to include that in here because I thought it'd just be fun. It's going to take up a lot of these pages. I'm probably going to do 2 to a page is what I'm thinking. So this should take up about 15 pages in here. And I went ahead and did my title, so 30 days of lists, and then I stamped the dates September 1st through September 30th. And I used Amy Tangerine Vellum letter stickers for this here, which are these right here. And yeah, I'm just gonna do my list every day. I'm gonna work on probably 4 or 5 at a time. So probably for each video, I'll have like 4 or 5 days in here, maybe even up to 7. We'll just see how it goes. But since I'm only gonna do 2 per day, then it should go pretty quickly. But I'm excited to get started on this. So I just kind of wanted to show you that, and I'm going to be using some of this Amy Tangerine paper, which I'm going to cut out circles here, and then I want to try to make a dent in these Kelly Perky number stickers, so I'll be using these for my numbers every day. So that is kind of the only plan that I have right now. I'm just going to use random stuff on my desk because, you know, it's just kind of lists and stuff, so I don't need to embellish a ton, but I do want to put some on there, obviously. So I'm just going to be kind of grabbing things here and there, literally just stuff that I can reach from my chair without getting up. So that's my plan. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to be doing the first 4 today, so I'm going to show you how that goes. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a pattern paper from this Amy Tangerine paper pad, and I'm going to use my circle punch and punch out 30 circles because I'm going to use those on each one of my lists to hold my numbers. So I'm only going to do a few here, and then I'll do the rest off camera, but I'm just using this, I believe it's a 1.5 inch punch. I think it's either 1.5 or 2. I can't remember, honestly. And I'm going to use some Distress ink to ink around the edges. I'm only going to do the first 4 right now, and then I'll do the rest off camera again. But I am using Evergreen Bow. That is the color of the Distress ink that I am using. And I'll just do that for all of them later on. And so I'm going to start working on my first one here. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm pulling out this layered vellum arrow from Amy Tangerine. I'm going to put that underneath my title. I'm just going to work a little bit on this kind of title page as well. So I'm going to put my first circle down. That's going to be for September 1st. And I am going to use, I think I'm going to grab, the white numbers here. So I'm going to use that. And all these numbers are from Kelly Perky. And then I'm going to use these October Afternoon mini markets, and I'm going to use this for the title of the list. And for September 1st, it was September is 4. So that was the prompt. And so I will do a little bit of journaling about what I like in September. So the first thing I'm going to write is pumpkin spice lattes. Second is cooler weather. Third is Labor Day. 4th is college football, go Bulldogs. I just wrote that on the side there. And then I also write remembering 9/11/2001. So that's kind of the things that I think about when I think of the month of September. And speaking of Bulldogs, they're playing today. I'm super excited. When I'm recording this voiceover, they're going to play Ole Miss today. I'm a little nervous, but we'll see how it goes. But that's my thing. All right, so I'm going to use a piece of washi tape to kind of separate my lists. I'm going to do that on each one of my spreads as well. So that washi tape is from Amy Tangerine, and then I'm going to put my second list down here. And then I will grab some more mini markets. I'm just going to grab a different color, and I will do my second list down here on the bottom. I have all of my like tiny alphabet stickers, like my mini markets and just anything that's really tiny. I have it in my Roskag cart next to my desk, so that's kind of what I'm looking through right now. Trying to pick a color. So I grabbed these right here, which are Craft and Black, and I am going to use these to do my second prompt. And the second prompt was don't judge me, but. So these are just kind of things that I do or say or whatever that just please don't judge me. All right, so the first one is I loathe giving my kids a bath. I hate bathing my children. It's like the bane of my existence. I don't know why. Second is I cuss and I have a crude sense of humor. I don't do it on my channel, but in real life, you know, if you're hanging out with me, sometimes a cuss word will slip out every so often, or I'll say something that sounds a little gross. I own way too many books. I hated Eat, Pray, Love, the book and the movie, which is not a very popular opinion, but I hated it. I quote Kevin Hart a lot. And the last one is 50 Shades of Grey is my guilty pleasure. So that's what I'm trying to think about right now. Like I wanted to put one more thing on there. And I think 50 Shades of Grey is a lot of people's guilty pleasure, but you don't really talk about it all that much. You just kind of let it be. So I'm going to write that down here in just a second. All right, so that is my second list there. And then now I'm going to grab some rub-on sequins and I'm going to use pink and a little bit of blue as well. I'm just going to kind of cut them off here. These are from Heidi Swapp. And they're not my favorite, but I have a package, so I'm going to use them up. But this is really good to use in these Traveler's Notebooks because the Traveler's Notebooks are, you know, you don't want to bulk them up too much. So this just adds a little extra layer of embellishment without adding a bunch of bulk. So I do like them for that, but just the quality of them are not the greatest. But I'm going to use them anyway. I'm going to use up all the rest of these pink here. Then I'll bring some over to the other side as well. And then I have a couple of little aqua ones that I'm going to use up as well too. I only have like 4 of those, so I'm just going to go ahead and use those up. Then I'll put the last one in between these dates here. And I use my roller date stamp to put the dates of the list that are happening. All right, so on to list number 3. And number 3 are reasons to celebrate. And it took me almost half an hour to find an embellishment that said celebrate on it, and I found it on that chipboard sheet from Crate Paper. Let me tell you, it really took me that long to find something that said celebrate. So I did that, and what I did, since it's chipboard, it's very thick, I just took off the extra layers of it. So that's it's a very thin piece of chipboard now. I just literally took my fingernails and dug under and got as much off as I could, because chipboard's pretty thick. So number 3 is reasons to celebrate. I feel successful in my obligations as a key spouse, which is a role I play in my husband's military squadron. I'm reading so much. Kaylin is reading a lot too. Josh is almost done with shift work, which actually might be changing. We'll have to see about that, but that's related to my husband's job. And Layla loves kindergarten. So those are kind of my reasons I'm celebrating in the month of September right now. And then I'm going to go on to number 4 here. And number 4 is recent impulse buys. So just things that you bought on impulse, you weren't necessarily looking for them. And I grabbed this basic gray die cut pack because I know there's like something that says retail therapy in there, so I'm going to try to find that, and I'm going to use that one there. And I do cut it down a bit because it's pretty big and I need to make my list, so I will cut it down. And I did that off camera. I think I had to get up and go do something, so I turned the camera off and then came back and realized I hadn't turned my camera back on. So I put that there. And then what I have recently impulse bought was Bath & Body Works candle, books always, Staedtler pens, and cute composition books. Those are kind of my impulse buys. And that's it for right now. So that's my first 4 lists, and I will be back again soon with the next set. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, guys. Bye.